What's up, folks? Leverage here. Oh man, continuing our road to revenge. And today we're doing the good old-fashioned Black Fathom Deeps. It's BFD in short. It's not one of my favorites. It's a fun dungeon. It's okay. Um, I don't know really how to think about it, because it's like some dungeons are short and some are long. You never know what to do. And I'm still having the lag issues. I went in there and checked my add-ons. I had one that was out of date. One needed to be updated, so I updated it. Um, I don't know. Last thing I can think I might need to do is defrag the old computer. I even thought about resetting my modem. It doesn't make sense. I know it's not fraps because all the other videos I made with fraps, and nothing. I didn't have these issues. I haven't changed any of my settings. I did update my drivers though, my video card drivers, and that might have done it. So. I hate to downgrade my settings though, I made, see right there, I should have made that jump, but it froze, it locked on me. I got mad there too, yo. I got mad. Let's do this again. I'm gonna try to take my time, because that stupid computer, it's freezing on me. See that? Oh man! And I pushed the space bar. This is when I really got mad, because I'm sitting there pushing the space bar over and over again. I'm like, I know a space bar works. I know I jumped there. This is embarrassing. But it's BFD, and they added this little game running mechanic in there, and it's like, man. And I started to run and I felt it glitch again, so I stopped. I was like, I gotta figure out what's wrong. So maybe I defrag my computer. I checked my add-ons. I'm trying to think of what else. I've done a few things. I even started running bare minimum add-ons. So I don't know what's going on. It's weird. It's only been here the past couple of days. It's done this, so I'll look into it. But anyways, yeah, because I hate to downgrade my settings. I hate to downgrade them. The visual quality and such forth. Of course, I'm not on ultra either. I am on high though, not on ultra. Ultra's ridiculous. I can play on ultra. But no, ultra's just super ridiculous. I play on high though. I may go down to good, see what that does. I may fool with some of those settings or something. What I would like to do, and I showed it to a friend of mine. Today, me and a guy went to a dungeon. I ain't been in years. I got lost. I get turned around. I do it in this dungeon. And so if you're ever learning to tank and you're like, man, I get lost in these dungeons, it's okay. Somebody may get a smart comment and stuff, but everybody, who cares what they think, You gotta learn these things somehow. And I've done this dungeon up 40 times, or a lot more than that, dude. And I've come in here many a times, and with my DPS, but I'm always following the tank. It's kind of like when you're driving in the passenger, when you're driving the passenger, when you're riding in the passenger seat, and somebody else is driving. And so, but yeah. Push map. Somebody fuss, say, hey, I don't know which way to go, whatever. I've had to do that. Say, hey, look, it's been a while since I've been here. And usually you'll get a nice person. They'll say, oh, hey, let me show you the way, because it's to their advantage. being a prick is not to your advantage. Helping people out, that's to your advantage. Helping them improve and become better players, that helps you out. One reason why you run into so many dumb people in dungeons is because nobody's ever helped them out. You know, everybody's always just fussed at them. So anyways, yeah. I know we're supposed to go, but one thing about BFD is and it's glitching and I can't turn my mouse around to get to this guy and it's getting on my nerves. But one thing about BFD is a common practice to do is to go to the end, kill the final boss, and teleport out, and then teleport back in to turn in the quest at the beginning. But you need to turn this quest in because it's in the middle. If you teleport out and teleport back in, you got to come all the way back here. So I always like turning this quest in while we're here. You know, close up. You know, or come back to it later before we move all the way into the second wing. You know, the second half of this thing. Turn that in. Because it's easier to do it now than it is later. Because you're right beside it, you know. So. See, now I've looked at that map a dozen times, and I still, I don't know. I'm a fan of maps. I'm sorry. I'll be in the stockades, and I still open the map, and I know right where to go. I don't know. It's a habit or something. I don't know. It really is a habit I have. Maybe I need to break it, but yeah. I mean, the stockades is like a T shape. It's easy to know which way you go. But yeah. Don't be afraid to push M. Don't be afraid to use the map button. So, but we're doing the same thing we've been doing with the prot warrior. Just using our shield slam and our thunderclap now that we got it. And in this dungeon we'll get devastate. In this dungeon we'll get devastate. So right now I'm just doing the old thunder armor trick. Boom. There we go. Like I said in another video, I always try to spin the camera around to check on my group, make sure they're not getting killed from behind, nothing's getting them. You know. Get my brainstem. Go over here and collect my loot. And now I'm checking out my stuff. I'm like, what in God's name is going on here? Get my brainstem over here. And then we're going to go kill this boss real quick. Get my brainstems. Come on. Alright. But yeah, that's what I was doing there when I was checking my FPS is 120. I was trying to find my latency and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out if it's my add-ons are causing it. Because I do have a lot of add-ons. I'll admit that. But my thing is, though, that nothing has changed. I've had those add-ons for a while. I don't see why all of a sudden now they would start messing with my thing. I may need to defrag my computer. I don't know. Run a disk doctor or something. I don't know. Something to clean up the lag a bit. So, boom, cool. Got the dark water towel there. Sell that junk. It's going to get vendored and it's quick. Let's see here. Swimming in the purple water, always nice. I don't know what happened there. I just dropped all of a sudden. And then we're going to go straight across the way and go towards the big fish. Some people kill all these turtles off, or some people kill turtles. I don't care for killing the turtles. There's the red names, going for the red names.
I'm out of range.
Oh man. I use my heroic throw there. See, that's the cool thing about heroic throw. You know, paladins throw their shield. We get heroic throw. And I don't know if you noticed in another video of mine, I use throw. Just regular throw, we throw like a dagger, I use that. And then once I got my heroic throw. And I got gag order. Now, after I hit 25, I went ahead and got gag order. And gag order is real handy. I know the bull rush is good. Bull rush is really handy. I like it. And oh man, what's the other glyph? I had it in my head there. But the reason why I like gag order is because it silences the enemy. You know, it silences them. When you throw this thing, think what you're trying to say. Oh yeah, when you throw your weapon like at a caster at a distance, it silences them. And what that's handy for is like if somebody's casting a spell and he's in a distance, when you silence casters, if you know this or not, if you silence casters, it turns them to melee and they'll run after you. And what that does is it makes them group up easier. I like stacking mobs. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I grab mobs and I bring them to a corner and just place them there. That's what I like doing. I like just stacking the mobs up. You know, one of the things that used to aggravate me with tanks, whenever I still play the game, because I was melee DPS, and I used to hate tanks that would constantly be moving around in a room, because the enemies would follow them, and I'd have to follow them and run around and stuff. It's like, you're the tank, you stay in one position, they'll stay in one position. Yeah, you know, for the most part. You know, hold them still, you know. Now what? Okay. I'm trying to tell the hunter to turn off growl because it's starting to it's messing with me. And what I mean by that is, what I normally would do if there wasn't, this I'm telling them I'm trying to pull a lot. You see, I'm trying to just run through here and grab a bunch of stuff and go with it, but I can't because his stupid pet keeps pulling the threat off of me, and so it interrupts the mob, it interrupts the pull. I could care less if his tiger is taunting. That's not what it's about. It's about interrupting the flow of the game. You know, I don't care if if your tiger wants to taunt an enemy off me and then die, fine. But I'm trying to gather stuff up and I can't do it. When your tiger growls, boom, I can't keep running. It's stopping me from doing what I want to do. So if you're a hunter watching this video, you play a hunter class, and why do they complain about a growl? I don't get it. I think it's helping the tank. It doesn't help the tank. It hurts. Because I'm trying to gather this stuff up from a distance and bring it all into a nice tight spot where folks can grab hold of it and use AoE spells and stuff like that. And see, his tiger's back there grabbing stuff. I'm like, man, you know. So I finally decided, you know, they can just die. You know, I got a priest back there bubbling him up, trying to protect him back there. And so me and this dude will just fight this stuff by ourselves. And, you know, it'll take all day, but we'll whittle this stuff down. But I can't. All the hunters getting on my nerves. You know, and it's gotten to the point. I have a friend who plays a hunter, and he even told me, he's like, he hates it because every time he goes to a dungeon now, it's like, oh man, there's a hunter. He hates the hate he gets from hunters. That's because they have such a bad reputation. I mean, it's a simple thing of, it's a right click. It's a right click on your pet bar. That's all it is. I mean, it's not a macro. It's not a mouse over macro. It's not. It's not, you know, something you have to pre-purchase. It's not an add-on you have to go download. It's a right click on your pet bar. I mean, it is so simple to do, and it helps so much. You know, I'm trying to go. I'm gonna go around this room and just snatch everything up I can, except I get stuck on that white thing. At least that was the plan until a pet decided to grab that stuff off of me. And so now I had to jump, chain, and chain, kill these things and chain growl these things. And I see the dude over there's got that. Pull all this junk together. You know, and I have done this dungeon several times. I did it on my paladin. I got a video of me doing it on my paladin, and I did it on my dungeon, where I grab everything and I grab it right to that back corner right there. But because that dude's got growl on his pet, they're not going to follow me. He interrupts the flow. So that's why you do it. If you're a hunter watching this and you're listening, that's why you turn growl off. If that pet wouldn't have aggroed all that stuff off me, I could have grabbed that stuff in the corner. I know I've done it several times. But when that pet starts attacking stuff that's chasing me, it pulls it off of me. And so, and now I got stuff everywhere to run and grab. If you're ever in this thing, click on here. Click on there and get that buff. It's a oh, I should have hovered over it. I think I'm going to hover over it in a second just so I can see what it is. Because I don't have this stuff memorized. It's a buff, though. It's a very powerful buff. And, oh. Huh. Alright, well, so anyways, that's that little rant. Yeah, going the right way. That's what am I going the right way? I get mixed up and stuff. And so I'm frozen in place, and this guy here is going to keep shooting stuff, but that's fine. I see. This is one of my flaws as a tank, but man, I don't like skipping trash. It's all XP to me. Every dead body is XP. And so I see a guy back here, even though it's the wrong way. I've seen his red name, so now he must die. It's just that simple. But sometimes you'll see me say I'm sorry, like I'm sorry about that, and it's not. It was nowhere near my fault, but I find that there you go. Sorry, wrong turn. Because they're all just standing out there like I'm stupid. So I'm like, oh, sorry, wrong turn. You know. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, let's go. I checked the map like I don't know if anybody's watching this ever play Call of Duty, but I checked the map like I checked the scoreboard. It's a habit of pushing select and stuff, you know. If you'll notice, I turned bad pet off, by the way. Somebody's watching this going, oh, but your bad pet's not going off. I got tired of it. It was a waste. I mean, I've tanked so many dungeons here recently, now that I'm getting it back into the tanking thing. And, I mean, just about every hunter has growl on. And it still tells them to turn it off, and they don't do it. It's like a pure rebellious. And I never had to turn my growl off. Well, that's fine. Then your pet will die. Oh, man. See, that's a druid behind me. That's not a tank. I can tell the difference between the druid and the hunter's pet. One, it doesn't say so-and-so's pet above his name. Two, he's not taking threat off me. He's beating the crap out of those dudes. He's not taking threat off me. That dude's pet showed up, taunted, and there it was. If you see my hand go up to that omen threat meter, I did that to remind myself of this. Because I know I'm going to record these things later and commentate over them at night. Watch that threat meter. You'll see his pet is the purple with stripes. And when it taunts, boom, there it goes. And that, by the way, tanks, if you're watching this, you're new and you learn to tank, that's a great add-on to get omen threat meter. For that very reason. It's like you'll see me in a video here shortly where I was in Namargan and there was a monk and he was pulling aggro off of me. But he was loomed out and his DPS was insane. And you know what I'm saying? So by having such a high and DPS doesn't exactly matter equal threat, but it can, you know what I'm saying? It helps. I mean, a tank doesn't have to high, you know. I've heard some people say, well, I out DPS the tank. Well, that's cool. He's a tank. He's not designed for DPS. We're designed for wear and tear, you know. That's like sometimes I get bored and I quest as a tank in my tank spec and I don't swap to arms. It takes me longer to kill mobs, but they can't kill me. You know, it takes them longer to kill me at the same time, so it's okay to out DPS the tank. You know, but his DPS was so high that he was able to generate more threat than me, and that's what it's about. It's about generating threat. See, you know, Junk is following me while the druid's attacking. It's when the pet attacks. You'll see it come up there. And he pulls the aggro. And then I had to taunt it. You know. And then what I'm doing is I'm taunting against dude's pet. We're having a little tug of war. And it doesn't have to be that way. Anyways. There's a quest over there in the water you can do, but I didn't feel like doing it. And I'm not a fan of water in this game, so I really ain't. And I'm just not a fan of tanking the water being all slow movement, so that one my thing glitching on me like it is. Yeah, rewatching this, I do not see how I didn't see that dude. We got Devastate. That's what I wanted. Yeah. We won't be using Heroic Strike no more until we get Sword and Board and it procs. Well, I mean, I may use it every once in a while, just throw it in there. But Devastate. We use Devastate now, and you want to use Devastate as a filler. When you're not doing anything else, it doesn't cost any rage, and it's instant. And it applies Sunder Armor. We don't have to hit Sunder Armor anymore. It applies it for us. So. So we got Shield Slam, we got Devastate, and Thunderclap. So Devastate does the Sunder Armor, and the Thunderclap puts up weakened blows. And so that's our thing. It weakens them completely. Excuse me. Oh man. So yeah, you want to hit these pots. Don't ever hit all four at one time. Again, I go slow. I have done it 2 at a time and then 2 at a time. But with this dude's pet not helping matters but making matters worse, I decided just to do, you know, different. Now, we're just gonna run through and just grab everything up. We'll Victor, keep hitting that Victor rush. Boom. While each thing is on cooldown, I'm gonna hit Devastate armor. I'm gonna hit Devastate. When it's all on cooldown, I'm gonna Devastate, Devastate, Devastate. But Devastate's a pretty powerful spell. It deals 220% weapon damage plus it sunders the target, causing weakened armor. And it replaces some so yeah. Yeah, once we get cleave, cleave is it's basically your heroic strike, but for AoE. And so if you're attacking single target, we'll talk about this later when we get higher up. But if you're attacking a single target and Sword and Board procs and heroic strike comes up, that's what you hit, single target. If you're doing a mob, you hit cleave, and you'll see when I set the bars up and stuff when we get that high. But yeah, turn him back around, face me, face me. See, and that's the other thing is I'm trying to keep him facing away from the enemy. He always wants the back, you know. Melee people need to hit the back. And so I'm trying to put the back to him where it's easier, and dude, stupid pet keeps growling it. When it growls, it turns and towards them. And that's another reason why, hunters, you need to turn growl off your pets. It's that simple. It doesn't help, it hurts. It's a right click. It's a right click on your pet bar. Oh, all them grays. Alright folks, well, that's the dungeon. That's the Blackfather Deeps. I appreciate you hanging out with me as on a road to revenge. I'm going to cut the video here, and we'll go on to the we'll go ahead and cut the video here, and we'll go on to the next one. Peace out, good people. Peace out.